Okay, so you all on the new link now? If you can respond now. If you're hearing me. Okay, it took a while for whatever reason. It wasn't sending me right to the scheduled link. It was making me open a new link, yada yada. So maybe it finally combined them or something. I don't know. The fun of doing it for the first time and figuring out how it all works together. You know, I guess it was to be expected. So anyway, I see a bunch of you on here. Mike Munoz, Nightmare Tank. Hi, Mitan. Gleaser, we're glad to have you too. And Felipe also. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just jump right in. Unless there's any other questions you have about the game, we'll just jump right in, pick a new game, and kind of get it going. I've played this game before up to just the beginning part. So I've only played this, well, you'll see soon enough. I've played it up to Hammond's Cabin just to get used to the controls. And it's probably a good thing I did so, because boy, did I die a lot getting used to the controls. And I think I've got the majority of the misclicks out of the way. You know, there will still be a few. You're watching ZigZag play, so... as far as how long we may be here, I'm thinking maybe, we'll see how long it goes. Maybe a few hours to get it started and off the ground a little bit, just to work out kinks and whatnot. So I thought I had that on some of my tests, this crackling sound, and it seems like it's back. We had eliminated it, and now it feels like it's back, unfortunately. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to fix the crackling inside the game. And I don't know that I want to just stop the stream to mess with the audio. Who knows? I was able to fix it when I did my test a few days ago and announce the stream, and now whatever is causing it is back. Let me check one thing on my end. Now, I can't adjust anything else. So bear with me on the crackly audio. If it gets intolerable, let me know, and we'll just stop it early, and we'll play it that way. And we'll chalk this up to something I still need to work on. So yeah, we're going to wing it. All right, we'll cross our fingers. Let's hope it suppressed it. Let's hope we continue on the positive. We'll think positive. But anyway, as you can see, I marked very hard now, and I do have a little bit of a latency on, so I may talk about something, and I'm going to have to maybe make a little less latency. So when I move my mouse, there's a little pause of about, I'm looking at the latency pause. Yeah, it's probably at times up to a 10 second latency pause, and I know I can make adjustments to that for the future. We're just going to have to deal with that today. And we're going to play on very hard. So we are experienced with tactical games. It's an intended, so this is very hard, and this is what they say you should be able to survive on, so we're going to give it a go. The enemies deal more damage. The stalkers regenerate no health after combat, so we have to use our med kits and whatnot to get healed up after combat, and our skill cooldowns, which you'll see, do not reset after combat. We have to reset them by getting so many kills based on the skill that we use. Hey, Machine Hater, how you doing? Okay, so we're just going to jump right in and get started.
Another day, another mission, risking our necks for the Ark. You know, I ask myself, Dux, why are you out here? And...
You know why. The Ark's water pump is broken again, and Hammond said he needs more scrap to fix it.
yeah, well, we'd do it a lot better if he'd sent us somewhere with actual scrap to find.
Why do you have to be so annoying? Come on, we gotta head back before Prep closes for the night.
All right, so we are now back under control, and we're going to start scouting ahead. You can see we have a flashlight.
Me, I'm not annoying.
Shut the hell up.
Want to see annoying? I can show you annoying.
What's wrong with you? We're in the zone. Keep your eyes open and...
Mouth shut. Yeah, you only told me that 9,000 times already, Borman.
So what we're going to have to do in each section, there's nothing we've missed so far. I know these first few sections, I've played around with them to get used to the control. So what we're looking for overall, and we'll look more intently as we get moving forward, is we're looking for this shiny stuff.
Just beautiful.
And our flashlight...
Scrap's gonna make us heroes back at the Ark.
Yeah, and our flashlight highlights it very nicely for us when we're able to keep the flashlight on. And this is stuff we use in what's called the Ark, which is our home base that we'll eventually get to. And let's just keep wandering.
The air stinks like mutants. Not just any mutants. Stalkers. Tight muscles. Good meat. I smell them too. Where there's stalkers, there's Ark. Where there's Ark, there's killing time for Skizix and Treble. Oh, they're close. Close, close, close.
All right, so these...
Come, brother. I'm on their trail.
These characters we hear hiding in the background are what we're out to get. They only have 4 hit points because this is kind of going to teach us a little bit about the mechanics of the game and whatnot. A lot of times they wander around, and it's much better to pick them off when they're wandered and separately. Let's just, well, he's going to wander back. But if you'll notice, I'm going to turn on my flashlight. Whoa, and you can all of a sudden see their detection radius. That's what that circle is. All of a sudden gets huge when your flashlight's on. So you don't want to have your flashlight on all the time. And you can hide. And when you're hidden, as you'll see in just a second, they don't see you. They can walk right next to you. And they don't see you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the ambush right here on this guy. And tactical combat, it's turn-based, so each stalker gets 2 action points per turn. And some actions such as shooting, throwing, or sprinting end your turn once they're used. We're all familiar with how this works. So we're going to activate Dux. He's obviously our duck character, that's his name. And what we want to do is, you can see right from where we are, it's a 75% shot. Well, our goal is to not take any chances this early, and we're going to move into 100% range. Because, as you can see, the 2 lines, a white line, a red line, by moving here, the Butcher will see us, the Marauder will not. And the reason we're opening the fighting with Dux is he happens to have, as you see down in the lower left, the crossbow, which is a bit silent, and that's the whole secret to this game early on. See, this guy just saw us, but he can't notify the other guy until the end of this round, the end of this turn. So if we go ahead and do this, boom, he can't shout out to his other friend as long as we kill him in the first round. So we silently killed the guy, and he's dead. We'll go pick up his loot, and then we'll kind of hang out. And so we get a little flavor to the mission. We have our friend here now. We're gonna go get Borman some activity. We're gonna recall him. We're gonna move up close. We have a scattergun by him, which does 5 damage, which is more than enough to kill the Marauder. It's not a silent weapon though, and if there were other enemies, they would hear it. They would go live, but we want to ambush. If I had walked in there a step further and waited too long, he would have got the first move. But instead I hit ambush before he detected us, and now we get to take the first move into 100% range where he sees us, and take the shot. And ladies and gentlemen, we just cleared the first little area here. How about that?
Ghouls this far south before.
Trust me,
right in our neighborhood.
it will get more challenging as we go. So we found this guy dropped a weapon mod, and it's called the Broiler. It gives 1 additional crit chance when we are able to equip it, and it's 50% chance when you hit somebody to get them to burn. So it's an ancient fire torch. When attached to any weapon, this will give a chance of shooting flaming projectiles, good against flesh enemies. They don't do so well against non-flesh enemies. And these can be attached back at the Ark. There's nothing we can do to attach it now. There's one of the shops where they can attach weapon attachments. And so now we know this area is clear, so what we're going to do is we'll kind of regroup. We'll get Ducks back over here, and let's investigate the plane.
We saw one of these things once. Filled with zone dogs, right? Oof. The ancients sure knew how to build big pieces of garbage.
Yep. So let's keep on moving. And we'll find, I do know the first few sections, so you always got to search around, and some of it is searching. What I may end up doing is we'll obviously search, but I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to find everything. But probably what I'll do is in between sessions, I'll go back over the areas where we've been and then kind of make sure I haven't missed anything, because it can get tedious and boring at times as a viewer to have me always looking around left and right. But for the most part, we're okay here. And then look, we got something in a truck. And it's kind of, when you see a vehicle there, it's not always the case, but when I see a vehicle, I've noticed there tends to be scrap around vehicles and things and structures. It's very rare that you find okay, we've already looped back. Get used to me getting turned around a lot in this game. Now if you there is I can hit Q, and it kind of gives me an idea of where I need to get to. So when I get turned around, that kind of helps me out a little bit. And so we'll get back here. There's not much to find there's not much to find in this first section.
Hold it. Ghouls. I don't like the look of that big one. We have to be sneaky. Okay, here's the plan. We turn off our lights, then hug the water. Go around them.
So they want to give us a little look early on, what they call the Red Skull enemies. These are folks that are too high that at some point, believe it or not, we will level up and we will be able to take these guys on. So what we're going to do here is, just like they said, we're going to turn off the flashlight so they can't see us. And look at that. think they're
beat their faces till they die.
Yeah.
Faces too ugly to beat. No one loves a stalker. Give me the stalkers. Let them come. Where are you? Ark don't even love stalkers.
So yeah, we'll just avoid these guys, and we'll try to remember to come back here at some point. We did find a gun piece. Now, weapon parts are really a big deal, as I've learned early on. Weapon parts are what allow you to upgrade your weapons. And the first level of upgrade that we are able to do for any weapon in particular, I think it runs about 30 weapon parts. So to give you an idea of, we only have 5 so far. And so, yeah, this guy's got 18 hit points, and we can dole out what? 5 at a time, 4 at a time. And that guy's got 36 with 3 ticks of armor. So, yeah, they're a little above our level. So let's just get the hay out of here. and move on. And here's the overall map you get to see now. You can see the arc in the distance that we're going to. But we have another area to clear before we get there.
Home, sweet home.
Oh, I'm gonna kiss that elevator when I see it. Get upstairs, take a bath, get a grog with the boys. Get another grog with the boys. Foot massage. Oh, it's gonna be great.
And it's just my tendency in all my games I play, I kind of go to the left first for whatever reason. When I start searching maps, when I have a choice, go left, go right. And we got a vehicle here. I see something shined on the other side of it. So common scrap, when we gather the common scrap, and we have about 84 of that right now, and you can see on the top upper right, excuse me, you can see we have 1 med kit, 5 weapon parts, 84 scrap, and the other one is, well, you'll see what that is soon enough.
Looks like a family lived here. Lived here and died here.
Nothing like a bunch of skeletons to put your mind at ease.
And there we go. We already have 2 med kits. So we can use a med kit at any time to heal ourselves. And healing outside of combat, however, always refills you to full. So if you can avoid healing in the middle of combat, obviously there's times you're going to need to if things go south, just to prevent a bleed out. So anytime you get shot and killed, there's usually a bleed out time. Yeah, I think this is where I have to go here. I'm just going to go back here real quick. Sorry. I think I can't remember if there's something back here or not. You know, I said, I don't think so. So what I'll do is I'll come back in some of these sections. I'll make sure I haven't missed things, especially weapon parts. You don't want to miss any of those. They really... Let's just say I've learned in just the few sections that I've done, they can make a huge difference down the road.
There's a cabin up ahead. Definitely feel a ghoul vibe coming off of it.
So we run in, guns blazing?
Too dangerous. If we're sneaky, we can get into a good position. A good position keeps us alive. Turn off your flashlight.
Alright, so this is the first encounter that we have that teaches us about, a little bit more about the wandering enemies. And right now I think this section that we're going, and we want to pick off isolated enemies, because I think if you go live, you can get easily overwhelmed if you don't kind of thin the herd a little bit. I've learned that the hard way early on in playing the game a bit. Yeah, whenever I haven't seen any instance where the enemy is always dead, whereas we are always incapacitated.
Hungry. I says we take the ark. Tasty mutants. Love me some mutants. There we go. Rip their hearts. Crush their... Hey. Hear that? Hear that noise?
We're breathing too loud. He can hear us.
Hungry. Kill.
So anyway, the hunter is our first 6 hit point enemy, so we'll figure out how to deal with that. But first we'll look around. What I've learned big time is, well, we're a little too close for the flashlight. So what, you move faster when the flashlight is on. Oh, and there we have a lone butcher, which might be a nice target for us. So I think what we'll do is we'll see about sneaking up on him, although we have a little something over here.
Let's see if we got something useful.
And we got the Gaper. It's our first found weapon, our first upgrade. On this one you can see the damage output is 6 regular and 7 as crit damage. It doesn't have amazing range at 8. I guess 8 is considered kind of average. Yeah, I did not play with permadeath. Machine Hater, I saw your comment. This game's going to it's going to look easy at first here, playing around, but it can easily ramp up. And there's no way for my first time through playing this game when I don't know anything about anything much past Hammond's cabin. I don't have that much confidence in myself. I'd rather be able to take this live stream a little farther than we can. So there, we got our first awesome new weapon, and we actually can equip it right now. In fact, the scatter gun and a 4.758. So we're going to keep the scatter gun, and we're going to change out the other weapon and put the gaper over here on Borman. And now, I guess what we'll do here first, just because we can, let's just come over here, hide, and let's come over here, hide. Okay, the butcher's not coming back quite yet. Let's kind of move a little farther forward and see if we can catch him somewhere else. Now, the butcher, we definitely want to use our silent weapon, because we absolutely do not want to bring two others at the same time into the fray. And I do this, I'm letting him walk right next to us just to show. The first time, let's ambush right now and really surprise the heck out of him. Yeah, the exclamation points above his head. He is surprised. He sees us, but we're going to silently kill him. It's kind of fun to do that earlier, because later it won't always be possible to kill everybody silently. All right, we got our first level up, so we'll take a look at what that involves. And the mutation points, there's one of Duck's mutations, the wings, that we'll get to at some point. But they can improve health, they can improve movement range, and we'll just get in there and take a look at them. So let's go look in there. In fact, here is our mutations. They're either major, minor, or passive. And you can only have one of each active at any one time. You can pick up more than one of the different types, but only one of each kind can be active at the same time. Stat bonuses that we pick up on the side over here are permanent, and you always have those no matter what weapons you're working with. And the loadout can be changed at any time. Right before you go into new battle, seeing what you're facing and figuring you might want to use some different tactics, you can switch and set it up any way you want it. So Borman has 1 point available. I think we're just going to hold on to it to maybe, I'm thinking, start with run and gun. There's a there's a perk we all know very well. I think he's got enough health that we'll hold off on. We're not facing the bad enemies yet, so at some point we'll probably increase the health. Now, as far as Ducks, let's get over to you. Now, you have 1 point available, and I'm actually going to pick up your first mutation to give us a road to the moth wings, which are a whole heck of a lot of fun to use. But you can see down here over in the description down at the bottom, kills to recharge. So every time I choose to use Skull Splitter, I have to kill 3 enemies before I can use it again. And if I use that's a tongue twister for ZigZag right now. If you want to use the Skull Splitter, the enemy you kill counts as the first one, but then you got to kill 2 more enemies before you can use Skull Splitter again. Now, it gives you a 100% crit chance, but it lowers you down to 75% accuracy if you were already at 100. So it just lowers your accuracy 25%. So all our shots, I think one of you mentioned, Nightmare or somebody, that it jumps. You either have a 0%, 25, 50%, or 100% chance to shoot. So there's none of this 99% stuff and missing. If you got 100%, you're going to hit. That's the good thing about it. So you can kind of, especially when we get into harder situations, try planning out your moves a little bit. And I love the way he mutates over there. I just think the artwork in this game is what made me choose to try this thing out first. How about that? And the first thing I've learned is, well, let me pick this up. The first thing I learned is It really pays to plan your moves. It really pays to look around and get, in fact, get a, oh, look at what we have weapon pieces here. So now we're up to 10 weapon parts. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start out with ducks over on this side and work against the Marauder, because we know his weapon can take the Marauder out in one shot. So ducks, let's come over here, get you hidden, and then we'll get over here to Borman, get him in just a little bit closer, and we'll let him, now that he has the new Gaper weapon, we know he can kill the hunter. So let's just have ducks started off. And what we can do, I think if we come here, yeah, if we move up here, and notice when, no matter where you move, it tells you what your hit percent chance. So it's really nice tool to help you decide. So if I move here, the white means he'll be seen, but not by the other guy, and we'll have 100% shot. But, you know, just to get in practice, I think what we'll do is I'll stay behind cover. I want to get in the habit of staying behind cover. We'll have 100% shot, and we'll take it. Now the Marauder sees us, but he saw us a little bit too late. Oh, wait. Oh, you know what? It lied. So we're going to have a 75% chance. It didn't take into account from that position. Did you see the meter? I think you'd call that a bug. I don't know, but it's 75 because he's technically behind half cover and that log. So we're going to have to hope that we do not miss on our 75% shot. And thank goodness for
Another one bites the ducks.
our opening round. That miscue, that mistake did not hurt us. Now the other guy is aware of us now because he saw his friend die right in front of him. So time to get Borman into the act, and let's make sure we kill him. Period. And let's make sure we do not use the scattergun, and we switch over to our new weapon and do it this way. And you'll notice I've made all typical ZigZag as I'm learning the game, learning the controls. I've made the mistakes of forgetting to switch a gun. I've made the mistake on Dux's weapon in the middle of battle. It only has one shot before you have to reload it. So I've moved him running up thinking I could shoot. You know, typical ZigZag things that go on. And why don't we have Dux join us as we search around, and let's speed it up. We got rid of the bad guys so we can go find some stuff laying around. We found ourselves a boombox. So this is a artifact. That's the other symbol that was up here in the corner. We now have our first artifact. It's a strange talking box that hisses at you like a snake when powered on. Sometimes, depending on where it is placed, it will speak to you with beeps, whistles, or even faint voices. Includes a handy slot in the front for keeping things in. I love.
Look at this beauty. The ancients left a lot of ugly junk behind, but once in a while you see something like this. Wonder what these buttons are for.
I wouldn't touch it if I were you. I'm not kidding around. Lay off the buttons.
What's up your butt?
That's a bomb, all right. They used to call it a boom box. Touch that red button, and it goes boom.
Don't be pretending you know what any of this crap is. We'll bring it back to the Ark and show it to Prip. Ask him what it's worth on the black market.
Okay, so we'll just do a kind of a quick search for goods that we may find. So we've looped back on the building. I think there was something inside the building, if I do recall. Not in this corner. Yeah. I remembered seeing a glow over there, so we don't want to miss the easy stuff. And then I'll come back, oops, like this, the easy stuff. And I do that all the time. I think I've cleared something, and then when I go back into the area, I'll find stuff that I might have missed. It's easy to do, even with the flashlight helping us find stuff. Here's something. Yeah, weapon parts are easy to miss, and I think that's it, because we were over there. So let's just move on. Oh yeah, Nightmare. That's a good point. It's something I've actually learned in practicing. And it comes in handy regarding the ambush. I can pick ambush, check my shots, check my movement, and if I've misplaced myself while I'm still hidden and out of sight, I can leave the action ambush phase and go back to normal moving around phase and try to readjust myself. I've had that come in handy more than you know already. Typical.
Of course the world ends. You did it to us. When the ice melted, you said nothing. When the plague spread, you did nothing. When the nukes dropped, you became nothing. At least that's what the Elder says. But cheer up. You'll be happy to know that despite your mistakes, life remains. In a small settlement high above a raging river, people are living and thriving. We call it the Ark. The Ark is humanity's last outpost, a lonely island in an ocean of chaos. Within these walls, we help each other create a new civilization on the ruins of the old one, with the guidance of our leader, the Elder. The Elder tells us we're safe as long as we never leave, because outside these walls lies the Zone, the never-ending wasteland. A mass grave spanning the planet, littered with your crumbling monuments to your hubris and arrogance. What the Elder chooses not to tell us is our food and water supplies are running dangerously low. That's why he relies on stalkers, adventurers who leave the Ark, explore the Zone, and scavenge for precious resources. Stalkers are tough enough to resist the rot, and they got the smarts and the firepower to keep the Zone goals at bay. Stalkers have to be more than human. That's me, Mr. More Than Human, aka a mutant. I look weird to you, but hey, you look weird to me. So let's leave it at that. If the Stalkers come back from the Zone alive, the Ark survives another day. If the Stalkers don't come back, the legacy of mankind will be lost forever. At least, that's what the Elder says.
All right, we can see the elevator to the Ark coming down now.
Home sweet home. The elevator's up ahead.
All right, and if you guys haven't noticed already, just thought I'd mention it. If you look at the signposts, the setting, in case you don't recognize the cities or whatnot, this is taking place up in Sweden, is where the setting is, and obviously it is a little post-apocalyptic as far as where we are right now. And Tom, I gotta get better. This is gonna be the weird thing for me. Hey Tom, glad you could join us, and I miss saying ciao, goodbye to Machine Hater. I'm glad he was able to drop in for a little while, but I will try to do as best as I can to keeping track of comments, as this is going to be new for me, switching back and forth. So bear with me as I get used to this whole bit also. But I do love, I think it's awesome. This is my favorite part, that just seeing you guys' comments real time rather than the comments after videos and whatnot.
Two ghouls. See them?
You can see the shadows if you look off in the distance, kind of straight ahead.
They're planning to ambush the elevator. We've got to stop them. Let's sneak around and see if there's others.
So we'll do just what he says and sneak around. Obviously, at this point where we are, it's not winter in Sweden, thank goodness. Oh, we got something up ahead. And it seems like when it says rare scrap, or the more... It just says regular scrap. It'll say electronic scrap. Sometimes all that means is... Oh, we got a Molotov cocktail if I can get over there to pick it up. Now the screen is getting a little jumpy on me right here, so let's hopefully that's temporary for us. And we found a note. And this is Stalker Clara. That's from her. It's a crying shame. With this to barter, Delta would have surely given us the discount she mentioned. So here's the deal. A working spark machine lies to the east of the Iron Serpent within the scrap ruins. This was one of those devices for burning things together or whatnot, but of course there's no silver lining without a fucking cloud above it. Them damn ghoul bastards who lurk in the ruins came out and chased us away before we could recover it. So we got to remember, east of the Iron Serpent, we may have a, what sounds like from this description, a welding device. I guess time will tell. And let's go pick up this other whatchamacallit over here. A Molotov cocktail. Oh, we got something glowing up here. Valuable scrap. Turn off the light. We got a soul marauder over here. We got a chest.
Inside.
See if you can grab it before the marauder gets here. Alright, so we have a snazzy visor. Looks pretty snazzy to me. It's a military grade tactical visor used in the poker stealth conflict. This stylish piece of gear reduces glare, granting its wearer a range bonus. So I think we'll take that. In fact, oh, he's getting too close. I picked ambush just to make sure he wouldn't see us. The problem is I don't know that we're going to have a clear shot. We'll take a look with you ducks and see if you can get out there. And right now it's Borman that's chosen anyway. Let's get over to ducks and see if you can get to a point where you can see the guy. Yeah, it says you can get here 100%. Let's just make sure there's no loggies hiding behind. No, so that should be accurate. Let's get over here and take that shot. And it didn't lie this time. And there he goes. Okay, we got something back here. That's where he fell, huh? Couple weapon parts. I'll take it. Let me make sure I didn't get distracted with that guy sneaking up on us. Okay, we'll regroup right now.
Come here.
Sometimes I've found when I don't keep these two regrouped or grouped together, they have some cool banter that they say back and forth to each other, but if you go around a bunch, a solo, you miss out on some of that banter. Whoops, there's something shiny over here. Yeah, broken gun. And there's another lone marauder out there. Let's see if we can close in on this guy, take care of him. Is he going to stand there? He was moving a second ago. He's just standing there right now. I want to get closer to him if we can, but you know, if not, he's only got the 4 hit points, so let's just ambush him silently with ducks. And this looks pretty safe. Nobody else in the back. There's some guys back there, but they're far enough away. This isn't going to be a problem. It's so nice for a change of pace that I don't have to go, here's my 100% chance. I hope we don't have an XCom moment and I miss, because even in XCOM, when it says it's 100% chance, it's actually ends up being like it's 99.9% rounded up. So there's always that chance it can miss, whereas in this game, not so much. So let's just kind of peek around a little bit before we go for those last 2 guys. And
hey,
Borman, yeah,
me.
Join up with us, Borman. We got another box back here.
Let's get this open.
Alright, so we have a stalker vest. This is found often across the zone, mainly upon the corpses of stalkers, hence its name. This light, flexible armor is easy to move around in, although it doesn't offer the wearer a great deal of protection. Well, I'll take 1 armor and 2 hit points any day on this. So, something I didn't do before when we picked up the hat. Let's wear it. Let's put this stuff on. Let's give you, since you're kind of our sniper guy with the silent stick, we'll give you the headgear. And then I think we'll give you, as our quote-unquote tanky guy, the extra hit points and armor, Borman. And I think at least early on we'll play it that way. And oh, we found a Molotov. Oh, we have a, let's put a grenade. That's right, way back when we found the grenade in the hat. I gotta be better at equipping here. Because, you know, there will be times where I will have wished I had done that if we get into battle. So I gotta get better at equipping ourselves. So other than that, we're looking okay at this point, because I know the next enemies don't ramp up yet, so there's not a lot of worry. But as we get farther into the game, it definitely becomes a big worry. You want to equip stuff as quickly as you can. And then we have a, whoops, it jumped on me. We have a gate back here that we don't have access to yet. Requires a zone key. And I think we've pretty much looked all around. Oh, see, the moment I say that, that's when we find something. That's why I say I'll come back and do the tedious part. That's the only part of the game that's tedious is the search. But it's like any dungeon crawler kind of a game. Oh, look at that. Weapon parts are the most critical. And look at that, 33 weapon parts have been found already by us. So we're going to be able to upgrade. Let's go take on those guys in the center now. I think we are ready and able to get that done, and then we can get back up to the Ark. Now they're, as soon as we get closer, because once you see the guys, here they are. I see their shadows now. Once you see them,
we go in the box. Box goes in the Ark. We take their food, we take their guns. Mutants in the Ark. Too many, too many. Mutants are weak. We kill some fast, we kill some slow. But we kill them all. Box is coming. We kill them all.
Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll ambush these guys here. We'll have Ducks take out the 4-point butcher, and we know with the Gaper that Borman will be able to take care of the Hunter. So, like I said, easy peasy early on. Things get a little more challenging as we get going. So let's get the ambush going. Okay, we can get a 100% shot here, and the Hunter won't see us at that point. He's not behind the all-important log, so let's go. Now the other guy's alerted because he got shot right in front of his face. Yeah, and they told us. And we get Borman in to clean up the mess. All of a sudden he's going, oh crap, he's right behind me. And there, I forgot to change the weapons. I did it already. I've made a mistake, and we're going to take some hurt. Okay. The game has forgiven ZigZag for his early mistake, and we're going to fix that. I'm going to switch those weapons so the Gaper... so the Gaper is my first weapon. Now, it's we're going to do the Gaper right now. So ZigZag has made the game exciting already in the quote-unquote easy parts. Let's get over here so we flank him and kill him. With the big gun, right here. Okay. So, and we picked up, for all that trouble, an ancient scope, so we'll be able to add that to one of our weapons. Iron sight from a war that predates the Ark. Old, but sturdy. Increases the range of whatever weapon it is mounted on. 20% extra weapon range, to be exact. So I hope early mistakes were entertaining enough for y'all. And let's get the faster moving flashlight back on, because I think we're safe at this point. And pick up all the goods. Everybody that was killed, we've picked up all their stuff. So let's just kind of move on to the elevator and join back up together.
I don't like the ghouls being this close to the Ark. Like, inside the elevator, so we can get to safety.
So you say audio's fine again? Did it go kind of come and go every now and then?
A second to lose. The mission's too important. Our mission, he says, is a man, and that man is Hammond. Everyone in the Ark knows Hammond, respects him. He's our lead gearhead, going farther into the zone than anybody else, bringing back the machines that help us survive. He knows how to keep those machines running, how to fix them when they fall apart. Hammond keeps the Ark's heart beating. The Elder says 3 nights ago Hammond took his team of stalkers and headed north, not telling anyone why. They haven't come back. I've never seen the Elder this shaken before. It scares me. He tells us Hammond has a remote cabin in the north that could yield some clues to his location. Me and Ducks never patrolled that far before, but the Elder says he has faith in us. He believes in us. So, this mission we accept. Go to Hammond's cabin, search for clues, then find Hammond and bring him back alive. The fate of the Ark depends on it.
All right, so we got to the Ark at last. We've basically got our mission from the Elder, so we don't need to pop back up there and see him now. And we're gonna pop into Prip's place first. Why don't we head there first?
After a killer day in the zone, you know you can always come to Prip's for some high-quality grog. You want to get loaded? Order a shot. No butane, no bleach, only natural ingredients. I also dabble in a little antiquity trading. So if you find any cool artifacts out in the wasteland, bring them to me and I might give you something in return. Comprende?
Yeah, comprende. So what we have is, we have one artifact that we found so far, and that's the boombox. So we have the choice at the moment to unlock one of 3 things. That would be Tough Guy, where we can extend our crew bleed out, and well, you know, with my misclicks, maybe that's worthwhile. But I'm going to avoid it right off at the start. And Deal Maker, that grants a 20% discount in Iridia's shop. And we're going to pass on that right now, because I'm going to hope that we find enough grenades and doodads out there, and we don't get hit so frequently that we have to over-purchase on med kits. And we're going to go right here for our start one. We're going to start out with Mule, where we unlock an extra grenade slot for each crew member. There we go. So I think we're done here. There's nothing else. So we have no more artifacts to spend, and that's pretty much all you can do here. We don't have Marcus Joy here to serve us a drink, you know, the kind that we like.
See ya!
All right, we're going to go over to whatever those loud noises are. We're going into Delta's place.
Want to know how this goes down? For the right price, I fix and upgrade your shitty gear. Any questions?
Okay, so what we have here is we have 33 weapon parts available, so we can actually upgrade one of our weapons. And I'm going to tell you right now, silent weapons are king here. And speaking about my voice getting a little loud, I kind of slouched over and was real close to the mic, so I'll try to keep my distance and see if that helps us a little bit. We're going to take a look at upgrading the crossbow first. I just find it every time, and we'll get more silent weapons eventually. Every time I find a silent weapon, it's always priority one in my book is to upgrade it, and we're going to just do that right now. Now, we could put a scope on this thing right at the start, but to be quite honest, initially I'm thinking, and these things can be switched around. We can come back to this shop and switch around attachments anytime we want. So we're not locked in by making these choices that I'm making early on. But what I'm going to start with on the crossbow is give it the burn chance, 50-50 chance on its shots, and it also will add an additional crit damage. And then we're going to give it the burn module right there, the broiler. And then what I'm going to do is okay, we already upgraded it. So now our base damage on the crossbow is 5. It's going to seem pathetic soon enough, I'm sure. But right now, against 4 hit point and 6 hit point enemies, that sounds quite significant to me. So, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the gaper, and I'm thinking of giving this a little extra distance. I like the idea of giving a little extra range to what, at least right now, is our most powerful hitting weapon, even though it is a loud weapon and not a silent weapon. So the range has just been increased now to 10. And this weapon, in case we didn't emphasize that earlier on, the gaper knocks back enemies when it hits. So pay attention to the animations when we shoot and hit somebody with this. They go flying, unless of course there's something behind them to prevent them from flying. But that's the cool thing about the gaper, and we can use that sometimes to our advantage to knock somebody maybe where we want them or away from something, you name it, knock them closer. There's all sorts of things we will have the ability to think about. So I think upgrade-wise, that's pretty much all we have to deal with. We could argue right now that I could scrap the Stinger and just get more weapon parts. I think we'll hold on to it for now, knowing that we have it to scrap. So as I get close, right now we only have 3 weapon parts anyway. So even if I scrap it right away, it's not like we can use them right away. So we'll hang on to it just in case we'll need it. And I think I think our business is done there. And we'll just go into Iridia's shop. I'm not planning on getting anything there. I think 3 medkits darn well better be good enough this early in the game. But we can at least let you check out.
You know the drill. Stalkers want gear that keeps them alive. I, Iridia, provide the gear. See anything you like, just let me know. There is one rule. Don't ever pull my chain. If you pull my chain, I'll feed your ding-dongs to a zone wolf. Got that? Beautiful. Happy shopping.
Okay, so we in the shop we can pick up grenades, Molotovs, cocktails, smoke grenades, things we already have, med kits, and it kind of gives you an idea of the cost. Med kits are $55, so we could only afford 2 med kits if we wanted, or 2 grenades if we wanted. So we'll hold off. And I'm thinking I probably won't purchase. We seem to find these kinds of things eventually, so I'm going to hold off purchasing anything like that, weaponry wise or add-on wise, and trust that we'll find that stuff. Probably I see what I was buying here is if I run through too many grenades, Molotovs, med kits, that's probably more likely the type of stuff we'll end up buying here. That's my best guess.
Bye.
So now it's time to go out into the big bad world. And I noticed some things about sound and syncing. Hopefully if I stay back enough from the mic, I don't cause some of the problems there. And then with the syncing, what I'm going to try to do is next time I do live streams try to have a little less latency. So when I talk, you're hearing it a lot sooner, and there's not so much of a delay. I think there's hopefully going to be less likely issues with things going wrong that way. So let's take a look at the map. And Hammond's cabin, that's where we're going to want to go, right here. And you remember we read something about the Iron Serpent? I think that's what this is. It's what they call the train, and I think that's the level that's called an Iron Serpent. But that's way in the future for us. Right now we're going to Hammond's cabin. Okay.
Thanks for signing me up back there, you crazy pig. Yes, Mr. Elder. Sign us up for a suicide mission, Mr. Elder. Did you forget there's like a cajillion ghouls out here who want to kill us?
Nobody gets to kill you but me now. Shut the duck up and keep moving.
I'm telling you, Borman, ain't no happy ending in this story.
Stalkers don't get happy endings. We get each other. So watch my back.
I like how the banter. It's shut the duck up, and yet I read that one note, and it's a clear swear word. So it's like the game is a little inconsistent as far as that all is concerned. Okay, we got some big bones over here. Turn off the flashlight. We got some zone dogs over here, is what I heard. Yep. Let's see if we could come back to them right now. I'm not feeling like I want to deal with a zone dog just yet. Let's see what else we have to find over here.
That's it. Hammond's cabin. Let me guess. That's not Hammond inside. Him. Ghouls.
We takes everything, but there are no secrets. Where are the secrets? The ones in the north will catch Hammond and squeeze the secrets from his head. Hammond will tell us what the junk is for. The junk is for us. All of it.
So we're not gonna. There's a little something shiny in the back, and I'm not falling for it. That's cutting it a little too close. So we got two enemies over here. Let's just go see a Marauder level 4, a Hunter with 10 hit points. Uh-oh. He's coming our way. Okay, he's out of the ring or the zone of the Hunter, so we can kill him now, and we should be okay. And 100%, there we go. One less enemy to deal with when we go live. And we also leveled up. Let's just take a look at what our level ups give us this time. And we haven't come in here to look. So mutations and Borman, and we're up to 4 points. So I think I don't think early on in this little bit we're getting close to where I've been, the end of where I've been, but I haven't had a use early on for Joker. Doesn't mean we wouldn't ever pick it up, but I'm going to start and pick Run and Gun for you, Borman, is what I'm thinking. And it starts getting us closer to Hog Rush, which sounds like a really cool potential perk. Now, Run and Gun, fortunately, it doesn't take many kills to recharge either. Just 2. So if you Run and Gun kill somebody, you only need 1 more kill after that to get it back. Now, there's 2 points available. We could go for extra health, or we can save it up for the Hog Rush. So why don't we play the save it up game? And then over here we got 3 points available. And once again, we could we're a little squishy on the old ducks here. Kind of thinking we could go for that health, but then again, I like the fun. I like the fun of just saving up for the wings for now. So if we start seeing the enemies upgrade or whatnot, where we feel we might need that extra health more so than not, then we'll do that. Let's join up so we're moving together, guys. So I'm only seeing 2. Oh, there's a shaman and a hunter, both, mind you, with 10 hit points. So that's something to consider for sure. Oh, we got some scrap. Nice to have them set some scrap on the way. Now let's just come out here a little longer and then move in a little closer. And I'm thinking with you, Borman, let's hide you there. Did I scare you guys at how close I get to that red mark? We're gonna bring a Duxie right here. And then let's set up the ambush and see if we're in a position to potentially kill this guy in 2 turns. The problem is, it's going to take 2 shots. So the second person that takes the shot is going to make things go live, and the hunter's going to start coming for us. So we're going to want to make sure we're in cover relative to the hunter, pretty much is where my thinking is at. My question is, Ducks, will you... Now you can step out 1. Let's just see what your shot is right now. So it's 100%. So you could stay behind that full cover tree, which is what I want. Now there's a chance he can run... I don't think there's a side door in the cabin. I think. So let's just get our first hit, and if we're lucky, we get that 50% chance for fire. And no, he's not burning, but he's aware of us. And just so you know, because in messing around with the game, you see that thing on his shoulders. That's like an old phonograph kind of horn, a sound tube, whatever you want to, whatever that piece is, amplifies the sound from the record player. He calls reinforcements if you let this guy live. So yeah, he's the one and why I've chose to kill the shaman first as opposed to the hunter. And these are just a few of the little things I learned in playing around with the game early. I have no doubt that later on I will be surprised on some enemies in the future. I'm thinking 75. I'm thinking we just come up here to this cover and we switch our guns. And well, I guess I could have kept it right there because 5 damage would be enough. So why don't, yeah, let's just switch the guns so I can use it next and not forget. Well, I'll tell you what, since it only has 2 ammo and this other one can get the job done, since I have switching guns in my head now, let's just kill him with this one.
Not so tough now, huh?
Now the other guy is coming for us. And he's charging us. Is he going to get to shoot? Okay, so he charged us and was not able to get far enough to shoot. So that's good news. This is good news. Let's get over to Ducks and let's see if we can get over here on his flank. And we can barely get over here on his flank. We're going to come over here. Yeah, that's clearly a flank, and that'll give us a 100% shot for Ducks. Except, no, it will not. So let's just see what Ducks' other weapon is and can do. It only does 4 damage, but 4 damage would be good enough. And we're going to take it because we have a 6 damage weapon over here. And that still adds up to 10 the last time I checked.
Go.
All right, now we need Borman to charge right in. We'll switch over to the proper weapon to do the 6, and we're just going to take him out, plain and simple, close range, blast away, and watch his body fly with this gaper.
Got you.
That was awesome.
Okay, we picked up a Noaton. So what this does is it 20% chance to disable robotic enemies. So yeah, we're going to have some robotic enemies in our future. And it also provides additional crit damage. So Enclave Power Brick, which when equipped will give a chance of the weapon emitting electrical projectiles. These can be used to do additional damage to mechanical enemies. And we got a med kit behind us. So let's get these two grouped back up again and turn on the flashlight so we can search easier. We got a far looker here. So this tube-like object gives its user the ability to view distant objects up close. Might also come in handy as a weapon if you get in a tight spot.
This is Hammond's far looker. Let's bring it back to prep before the ghouls take it.
That name is all wrong. It should be a smallifier, because when I looked into it, everything became smaller and more distant.
Amazing what the ancients could make.
Yeah. Well, Dux looks in one end and Borman looks in the other end, obviously.
Zone ghouls stripped this cabin clean. Almost everything useful was gone. But it's a good thing ghouls can't read. They ignored the diary hidden inside Hammond's desk. Me and Dux aren't big readers either. But we look for answers in the diary. And all we get is more questions. Hammond writes how he found the crashed machine near his cabin. He's convinced the machine was sent as a message from a mythical place beyond the zone called Eden, where everybody's happy and safe. When Hammond sees another machine fall north of here, he takes his stalker crew up there to find it. I close the diary. Here's the problem. Eden's a fairy tale. Some bedtime story mutants believe in, so they can get to sleep at night. So either Hammond is onto something, or his brain's got the rot, and he's about to kill a bunch of good stalkers. Guess we gotta find out. Me and Dux have to go north. Farther from home than we've ever been. It's dangerous. Dux thinks I'm crazy to press on. I don't disagree with him.
All right.
I don't care about some stupid Eden. But we need to find Hammond. And if he's going north, we're going north.
If he's going north, that makes him a grade A certified loony. No one goes up there, Borman. And what's with those two stalkers he took with him? They should know better.
They're following orders, just like us. The Ark can't run without Hammond, so we're bringing...
Another note. Uh-oh. I interrupted the conversation, unfortunately. I got to remember not to do that, because I love listening to their conversations. But anyway, we're going further north, is what it seems. So with the Zone Dog Camp. As the seasons pass, I'm forced further out into the zone to find even the most basic of objects. From time to time, I stumble across the odd hidden place, even in locations I imagined were already cleaned out by stalkers seasons ago. One such place is to be found due west of the fallen machine. There appears to be the remains of an ancient camp, complete with transportable hut. The location is currently home to a pack of zone dogs who, for some reason, tolerate my presence near to their breeding ground. So that must be the zone dogs we ran into, I'm guessing, since I think this note is from Hammond, is the way it sounds. They pick off wandering ghouls and I leave them alone. This unusual symbiosis works for me quite well. So I think that's the zone dogs we were looking at before. We'll go back there in just a moment.
The ghouls are too dumb to plan. Someone's pushing them down here. I'm feeling it in my feathers.
Okay, I think we've pretty much seen everything that there is to see or find right around the house. And by the way, static is back. Well, it seems to be coming and going, so what I may do is for the next stream maybe lower some settings a little bit to see if that makes things run a little smoother. And the Tofat Tyrant, sorry I missed you. He's having a cookout. Good job there. And Jan or Jan 3K, welcome aboard. And yeah, we get to play it live. This is actually my first ever live stream, so yeah, we're having a few issues here and there, but we'll get things ironed out the more we do this, the more I get used to it. That's usually the way it works. Actually, as long as the game's well written, I don't mind games like this where it's preset characters and that kind of thing. And so far, early on, from what exposure I've had so far, the game here does a pretty good job with the story so far. Maybe I won't think so by the time we get to the end, who knows? But early on, it's got me intrigued. What exactly has happened to everybody? We got some common scrap. See if I can find my way back to the zone dogs over here, wherever they were. Oh wait, look. This must be the thing or the machine or whatever. Broken electronics. Oh, and we can also investigate this machine.
Whoa, check this thing out. It must have crashed. Look at this symbol on the side. It's like a star.
So the thing I like the most about XCOM is just that fact that I have a way to get the viewer more involved. You guys get to design and get your characters, be invested in your own characters. This one's more, you know, follow along and see what happens kind of a thing. But like I said, if it's well written, I'm all for it. I can have a lot of fun with it. And hopefully it's enjoyable enough for you guys to watch. And that's where we get the feedback and we find out. And we got to kind of figure out where the zone dogs are hiding now. I got to get my bearings. So we were back by this tent. So we got to go this way. Looking for zone dogs, I do believe. Seems like there should be something over here. Oh, there's our exit to go further is what it appears to be. Let's see if we can find some zone dogs, and we just did. So it's going to take both of us to kill a zone dog, which means there's more. Where you see one zone dog, there's more than another. There's always another zone dog, at least one other, somewhat nearby. There can probably be a lot more, I'm sure, as the game goes on. So ducks, get the first hit on the zone dog, please.
Now it's getting fun.
And you know what? Did we put we do have the attachment on your gun. I don't think we've had anything burn yet, or unless I'm just forgetting, or at least every time I'm thinking about, are we going to see the burning this time? I haven't noticed it. So let's go. Scattergun is good enough to kill. We just need to move a little bit closer. Like that.
Sleep it off.
And now the other one. Apparently we were not close enough to it. And we'll check the level up, because now we get to move without really worrying about the other zone dog. I think there's only one more here.
Follow me.
Because like I said, this is as far as I've gotten. It'll start getting a little more mysterious. Okay, there's something back here, so I'm sure the other zone dog is back in this direction. There it is. So we can kind of follow up and move towards this zone dog a little bit and just ambush as he moves towards us. Like that. And we don't have to worry about being loud or anything. So let's switch to our fun toy, the Gaper. Let's move in close and, well, you know, let's not make him blast out of reach and out of range of ducks. So let's get ducks going over here so we get our 100% shot here. And the saving grace for ducks is that between battles, he does reload his gun. Commander does not have to remember.
Yeah, I did that.
All right, there.
About that, huh?
We got something burning. I just wanted to see something burn, baby, burn. And we'll make sure the tree's not in the way and come here with you, Borman.
Yeah.
All right.
Not so bad.
Zone dogs are down. Let's go turn on the flashlight and let's go search around and see what we can find.
On campsite, like hundreds of others across the zone.
Hand grenade,
So
good.
the ghosts of humans who were foolish enough to try to survive out here. At least, that's what the Elder says.
Common scrap. Let's just go check in this corner. Okay, we got a broken gun inside here. This is a good little haul in this little cabin. Another broken gun, weapon parts. So we're up to 18 weapon parts already. And we'll just check over on this side. Yeah, I think we pretty much cleaned out this area. And ducks, get back over here. And was there anything around the camper? I can't remember if we checked the camper or not. I'm so used to finding stuff around vehicles. I always try to get over near any vehicles or tents or buildings. Okay, there's the thing there. Here's where we want to go. So we're gonna check out the next zone here. Okay.
Never been this deep into the zone before. Bet you a picture of grog there's ghouls out here. They're everywhere.
Oopsie, as you can see, I turned off the light rather than pick up the loot. I've eliminated that problem mostly by by practicing a little in those early spots, but now we're going to see what we find out this way.
Look alive. We got company. Wait. That's a stalker.
Very cool.
One of Hammond's.
Let me just check over on the other side. Like I said, yeah, when in doubt, I go left. Well, not this time, but I want to check out the left before we go check out the other stalker. So we're getting close to being able to upgrade again. And yeah, if we eliminate that extra weapon that we had, we would more than likely be able to upgrade our weapons. So let's check out our new stalker here.
Stay right there. Who are you?
You're Selma, right? You're a mutant like us, on Hammond's team.
Do I owe you money?
No.
Did I kill your brother?
No.
Then Selma I am. Who are you?
I'm Dux, and he's Borman. Hello? Like the only walking duck and boar in the whole ark? Come on.
That's funny. I think you've mistaken me for someone who gives a duck. I've got to catch up to Hammond before it's too late.
You're part of Hammond's crew. How did you get separated?
It was weird. We were all hearing strange voices. Not from the zone. In our heads. And that's when the ghouls ambushed us. After the fight, I was somehow blinded, paralyzed. I could barely move. I told Hammond I'd catch up to him when it wore off. 2 long, rough days. But I'm better now. He headed up north to a crash site to find some metal ship. Says it was sent from...
Eden, I know. Do you believe him?
If Hammond thinks there's an Eden, there's an Eden. Believe me. You guys are trying to find him too? And we can work together.
This is insane. You want to go more north? Into Ghoul Central? They'll kill us.
A lot of ghouls have tried to kill me, but I'm still here. So, am I part of your team or what?
Yeah. I want extra team members. Selma has joined us. Automatically, she has joined us. Let me just quick pop in here because we did get a promotion along the way. And we've found some extra stuff here and there. Let's just go see overall. Let's check our mutations first. We're up to 3 points with Borman. I still need a couple more there, so we're not going to touch anything there. We're 4 out of 7 on the way to our moth wings for ducks. We're not going to touch anything else there. We're going to kind of hang tight there. That's what I'm thinking. And Selma. Wow. Selma we like. She comes with 7 already upgrade points, which means we could get Joker to draw enemies towards her Not something with these hit points I'd like to do right away. Or we could pick up, it looks like a couple, 5 and 2. So we're looking at super tendons where her leg tendons have become mutated, making them thicker and stronger, and we're able to move or sprint to high places freely. So basically we can jump without a ladder up to the higher levels. And then Tree Hugger, if we're able to pick this up, records say that some ancients would talk to their pet plants. The plants would react to the sound of their master's voice. Somehow, Selma is now able to do the same, except with trees, which can be commanded to bind enemies with their twisted roots and hold them into place. Disables enemy movement for 1 turn. That sounds amazingly cool. So let's go ahead and pick up the super tendons. Okay, and let's get back into the inventory and see what she... Ah ha ha ha! We got ourselves a second silent weapon here. In fact, hers, just like Duck's initially, only does 4 regular damage output. Let me... we could easily... although it comes already with an improved sight, 30% to weapon range. That's really cool. I'm thinking... I'm now, the thing is... that could be her backup weapon. But do we need a backup weapon? I don't know. I don't know. Let's give her the grenade so all our inventory is being carried. And then we don't have any extra armor or helmets at the moment. So there we go. And here's where you can see what's equipped as far as the mutations. When we start getting more of each type, we can switch those around to whatever we want active. As far as our backpack, okay, so this is where everything we pick up is kept. So if I needed to, I could refer back to a particular note, as it like this one, to remind me to go east of the Iron Serpent to get something important there. So that's cool. All right, we're ready to go, guys. Let's keep moving. I see something sparkling up ahead. And then something on the other side. Another note. Evacuation guidelines. Evacuation route D1. Hoga. Only bring essential items. Non-essential items will not be loaded onto ferries. Warm, waterproof clothing, ready-to-eat, tinned or dried foods. Basically, it's an evacuation notice on what you can and can't bring. No pets. What was that noise? No personal items that will not fit into a shoebox. Wow, and then it tells us where. All these Swiss names that I am not going to even attempt to properly pronounce. Okay, let's move on. You can tell those times I pause when I'm kind of trying to look at a few comments and see what I've been missing. Okay, there's somebody over there. Oh, it looks like a shaman because I see the speaker on his shoulders. So why don't we peek around over this way first, see what we're dealing with up here. Oops. I was hoping we'd get lucky to find some weapon stuff so I could upgrade. Oh, he looks nearby. Let's turn off our flashlight. As we sneak, so this butcher is level 8, so we could actually kill the butcher with our 2 silent weapons. So Borman, if you could just hide. And I guess the rock does not let us hide so well. Oh, we're ambushing this guy right now. He seems alone. He seems solo, and crossbow will take out 5 right there. Ooh, this guy, that worries me. I got to be careful we don't move too close. So this also still says 100% kill from this point, and it's a step farther away from that guy. Okay, fortunately that's the only guy that saw us.
Hi there.
And he's burning on top of that. So Selma, you're going to need to be able to get over here and flank him also. And you can get at this distance also. So let's bring you farther back. It says 100%. And play it this way. Except I notice your silent weapon is not equipped. And that would not be good if I messed up right now. So let's get your ancient pistol equipped.
Sweet takedown.
Okay, so we're out of this guy's range. That's good to know. Selma, looks like we can get close enough to at least pick up his stuff. And then what else we got back here? Uh-oh, we got a med bot back here. That's not looking cool to me. It looks like we can get here to another box though.
Now, let's get this opened.
So the wearer is immune to critical hits. Well, Borman, I think we found a vest for you since you're kind of our tanky guy. This would help you tank. 2 armor, also 2 hit points. I'm liking it a lot. In fact, it doesn't look like we're going to get any closer with that medbot. Oof, my lord, 16 hit points, 2 armor. And everybody else seems to have 16 hit points. I don't think this is... maybe we go look around a little bit more before we try taking on this group. Maybe we go back down the ladders and then let's just kind of switch around a little bit. Sneak around a little bit. Just scope the area out. Make sure that's right. Because right now, let's have that guy go walk to the other side of whatever he's on. Is that like a bus? Yeah, let's now regroup.
Hey guys, come here.
There they go. And let's keep looking. Get a sense of what we're up against. So we have a shaman over there who also has 16.
Hey, you on the truck! Ugly face!
Oh, is that
You
a
see
truck up
anything
there?
out there? No, there's nothing out there. It's the zone. And stop calling me ugly face. Look at your face. I can't look at my face. It's my face. Now put your eyes out there and look for intruders.
Okay, I also see another guy in the back that didn't talk, but you can see him looking around. I don't know what he is. I'm saying these guys, there's a lot of them. They're close together, and we're going to come back here after we finish looking around down here. Maybe we can find some more... Maybe we can find some more weapon parts to upgrade one of our weapons
Boys,
before we have to go
looks like
against
I found
them.
a secret path.
Oh,
Check it out.
a secret path. I'm all up for a secret path. Yeah, they definitely looked a little too powerful for what we have to use ourselves right now. So I think we'll pass them up. I see something
One
shiny
hell of a
though.
flea market with this junk.
Weapon
These
parts,
weird machines.
almost up to 30.
Where do you think they come from?
Oh, turn the flashlight off. We got another zone dog over here. We'll ambush if he comes towards us. Let's ambush. I don't know if there's another zone dog. Yeah, I see it in the background now. I see the 10 hit points there. It's going to come towards us. Hopefully we're far enough away that it can't hit us or reach us, and it has to just run towards us. So let's try to keep our distance as we take out this first zone dog. We'll go silent at first. And then Borman will finish off with the loud noise. And Dux, how about we switch over to you? And you can get 100% from here. It is the crossbow. Now if we get him burning, we won't need the loud shot. Oh, of course. He did not burn. So let's hope we can keep Borman. Borman, we got to get you... Oh, we got to get you closer than I would prefer. Yeah, we got to get you all the way over here. But let's... No. We don't have the Gaper in there. That has better range. Okay, let's bring you here. And this loud shot is going to attract the other zone dog, I do believe. Because we're just a little too close. Yep.
And stay down.
There's the exclamation marks. He's going to come charging. The enemy heard us. Oh. He went up high to get the benefit of a high shot. Well, I think we can handle that. Now, hopefully, that's going to reduce all our shots, apparently, by him jumping up high. So that's one heck of a smart zone dog. Let's just hope that most of our shots, especially yours, Borman, hit. Let's see, how far can we be away and still get 75? So it really doesn't make sense to move very far forward. And 75% does not sound as enticing, as reliable. Oh, baby. Now, let's see. We're going to have a knockback, though. Is that going to knock him off the top? I don't know. Maybe if we're lucky, it will. If we hit. Okay, that probably made it worse. He's behind cover over there. Thank you, Borman. Thank you, Borman. 50. 50. Well, yeah, so he has better cover now. Holy smokes. But we only need 4 damage, so technically we could throw... You know, if our next shot doesn't work out, and Selma, I'm thinking about you, I'm going to bring you up here for a 50% shot. And Dux, what kind of grenades are you carrying? Let's find out. Molotov. So you don't even have the right kind of grenade right now that I might need. So, I think I have to have you make the shot, therefore, because I think Selma, let's not accidentally throw it here. I think Selma, at least, I gave her a grenade. Yeah, there, she has it. And it does do 4 damage, so that... I just don't want to have to use it if we don't need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Dux. We'll get our 50% shot here. With our, let's make sure we have it with the other weapon. Now we're going to do a 50-50 shot right here. Horrible. Oh, thank goodness.
Serves you right.
I didn't want to have to use a grenade. I would have. Ah, Overwatch is a thing. Yeah, I could have hung back at that point. Good point, good point, good point. I could have just hung us all back and overwatched. Probably would have been better percentage shots as it came towards us. So, good tip. Good tip, MacGyver. Yeah, someone named MacGyver had to come up with the good tip, right? Let's regroup. Let's turn on flashlights, and I think that's it for the zone dog. Let's search and see and finish searching what we have over here. Oh, investigate.
Elder Almighty, I've seen some crazy shit in the zone, but this takes the bullet. This house must have belonged to some small people. I mean, small. That is just the weirdest.
What is that, Fisher Price or Little Tykes or whatever kind of little house those things are? I was hoping that big thing was a microwave that would have been a good item for us. Oh, we got a box though. Guess I gotta approach it from the front.
Let's get this open.
Aha. Aristo hat. 20% crit chance from high ground. That might be, at least at the moment, appropriate for Selma, just because she can automatically leap without a ladder to get up to high ground. So this ancient headpiece that offers little to no protection, probably used to increase the height of shorter individuals in an attempt to raise social standing. Yeah, but does IKEA have its own brand of child's toy? I'm from the U.S. Wouldn't they buy a Little Tykes or a Fisher Price or one of those, or there's no patent on those, so they can just make their own? Who knows? I don't know. I'm sure they alter it just enough to avoid copyright infringements or patent infringements. Anybody can make one of those things, right? Kind of tells you that I think that's probably it over here for the most part. Yeah, it looks like we've pretty much cleared out over here, and we've been in that building, so let's move on down. Yeah, that hat would make sense when I can reliably give Dux his wings and have him fly all the time. That would give some great critical chance improvement, wouldn't it now? There's something there. There's going to be all sorts of cool combinations. In fact, let's just get into inventory real quick. I definitely thinking Borman right off the bat should have, since he's my tanky kind of guy, we'll give him the gladiator armor. I think of these two as being a little squishy at the moment, neither of whom has any armor. I'm thinking of Dux as with the stronger of the silent weapons. I'm gonna go a little longer, Dux, keeping you without that. And just because Selma can jump at the moment to get up high easier than anybody else, at least at this point, I think she's the best fit. Now, obviously, all these things can be changed as we come up with good combinations, or you guys highlight that. That's the fun of a live stream here. You help out the old ZigZag, because you know how I tend to get locked in on Phoenix Point and even sometimes on XCom, certain combinations of perks or certain combinations of weapons and upgrades, mutations, whatever, cybernetics. It's kind of cool that I can get feedback from you guys live, so maybe sooner, and I frustrate you less, and try out some of these new combinations. So that's why I see this as kind of fun. So to get you guys more instant feedback, as long as I just get better at checking. Oh no! Oh, we're going to the next zone already. Well, I probably don't want to be here yet. So I think we're going to turn around. Yeah, I think you guys are going to be correcting me a lot. I'm not ready to go into this section just yet. I'm going to go back to the fallen angel. I wasn't even paying attention. I thought I had turned right around. Oh, that was taking me back to the high road. Yeah, I was not ready to go back to the high road. I got to figure things out here. So, see what happens when I look over and read the comments here. I get turned around and I walk right back where we were. I'm going to have to get used. I think at some point I'm going to get a bigger screen off to the side. to make it a little easier for me to read as I go. Right now it's a little on the small side, so I have to strain and make a bigger effort. It takes me away from the game. Yada, yada, yada. Excuses, excuses. But that's why we do this, so we can improve and get better each time, and hopefully I'll get better at keeping an eye on the comments. And you know, does it make a difference in the inventory? Does any of you go? So crossbows here, and ducks always starts with a crossbow. So if I come here and I take away this gun, and then if I put the gaper up top, and then the other weapon here, will that mean that I start with the gaper? That's probably the way I've got to make sure we're set up. Okay, and hopefully that'll cause a few less issues when I get distracted. And we have a recent promotion. Have I checked mutations? Okay, let's just double check before we get moving. So ducks is up to 5. So we could pick up knee shot right now, but that kind of disables movements for organic enemies for 2 turns, but with her tree root perk, that seems redundant, at least for this particular team right now. So I'm going to still be stubborn and hang on for the moth wings first. You know, if you think different, let me know. I think then with Borman, we're up to 4. So we're almost up to being able to pick up Hog Rush. We just need one more little old promotion, perhaps, and we'll have that. And then Selma's picked up another one. And I really do like the idea of low cover works the same as high cover. I really like that idea. But at some point I'm going to need to start picking up some. And her stats is health. She can throw further with grenades. Now that's good to know. I'm glad I checked that out. Health, throw further with grenades, health. So being able to throw grenades, she's a grenadier. Big time. So that's good to know. And Ducks is speed, so he can get in better position. So health, speed. And Borman is just, well, health. So that just helps him be a tank, period. So that's our situation there. So maybe we can find some lone enemies around here and kill them. And we'll find out.
So I was talking to Iridia, and she told me about this ancient machine she had seen out in the zone, not too far from here. She said it looked like it had fallen from the sky, crashed into the ground, and it spread more than enough scrap around for us.
We got a butcher, 4 hit points, so we could take this guy. So let's kind of follow him and see where it goes. As long as he doesn't close in with. Okay, there's more over there. We gotta be careful.
Look at these things. We are heroes. Grey One will love.
Sorry to interrupt the conversation, but he was coming towards us, and we need to silently take care of him. And I hope he's out of that guy's range. I think so. I guess we'll find out real quick. Okay, ZigZag breathed a huge sigh of relief, and as a matter of fact, we got a level up just from that 1 kill. So let me just see if I can pick it up. Yeah, we'll be able to pick that up. And then we'll back off. Now what we're kind of looking at, we got a Pyro, so I assume he has Molotov cocktails. A Marauder for 4, he doesn't sound threatening. A Zone Dog for 10. A Chief for 16. And then, oh my goodness, every time I move, there's someone else. So the only good thing I can say is perhaps a grenade would work well against these guys. We're going to think about this. Why don't you guys, and I think I saw another guy off in the distance wandering around over here. So let's kind of head over towards the other lone guy, see if we can pick him off. And then what I'm thinking is maybe we'll find 2 more weapons parts. We can upgrade Selma's silent weapon. I would love to get our silent stuff upgraded some more. And I'm probably moving out the wrong way now. Well, you know what? That'll tell me. There's the high road. So we want to go more in this direction. Until we run into that other guy that's back here somewhere. There he is. And he's only 4 points. This is a butcher. So I think a butcher is an up-close kind of guy with his slashing sharp thing. So let him walk towards us and we'll ambush. Okay, so let's back off just a little. And then we'll ambush. There. He's out from behind the tree. I wanted him to get out from behind that tree, which is why I backed off. And let's just get rid of him. Talk about overkill.
Death-dealing, soul-stealing, stalking machine, baby.
Okay, I love it, baby. So we got a path going up here, and I saw something sparkly over here. Let's check out the sparkly, shiny thing. Oh, we got another guy over here, so let's check here first. Broken electronics. Sparkly, shiny thing here. Hipster fruit tester. We got a cool little power brick that has an image of fruit etched on one side and continuously displays a flashing power battery icon on the other. This was used to determine the ripeness of fruits. Chroniclers say this device had a secondary music playing function which required some earpieces to be attached to it. Hipster fruit tester. Very funny. Okay, we got to be aware there's somebody over here wandering around we saw. But maybe we can get a peek on him as we go pick up some other shiny things that we see. Oh, I see stuff up above us. And what is this guy? 110. Okay, so we aren't quite ready to take him out silently. You know what I'm going to do? I saw something, a skeleton up high. Let's get everybody to regroup with us. And go up high, see if we can find a couple weapons parts. And you know what I'm thinking of doing is going back to the Ark, because we have the ability to go back to the Ark anytime we want, right? Yeah, so basically a mini-boss. Not once, yeah, I guess the one guy is, but having a group around him makes him almost more than a mini-boss that we got to go back there. Sorry about the audio. We'll mess around with things in between. I had it once when I was doing my tests and we got rid of it. So apparently it's a coming and going thing, no matter which microphone I'm using. So there's something else I gotta narrow down on that one. The tree hugger, the best, my understanding is it's an AoE effect. Yeah, it's another Nightmare. You just said that. So we can potentially tree hug that big group in place, grenade them. We'll have to figure out what we can do. I'm sure there's going to be lots of good options. So we're above the helicopter here. Look at that, broken gun. We're over 30. So guess what? That's the one nice thing about this game is if I hit M for map, it brings us right out to the map and we can quick travel back to the Ark, and we're going to do some upgrading. Because especially on that one guy that has 10 hit points.
I'm happy that you took on this mission to fight Hammond.
We'll return.
As you go deeper into the zone, questions will arise in your heads. You'll ask yourselves how this world became a wasteland. I'll tell you. A long time ago, a strange disease sprang up in a city not too far from here. A vicious disease. The eyes of the victims would go red. They would bleed from their ears.
I thought he was going to say bleed from the eyes.
The Red Plague. Within 40 years, the plague destroyed most of the human race. A quick rake of death, scraping across the face of the planet. It was nature's revenge. Revenge against the greed, the arrogance, the egos of humans who thought they were gods. We call these fools the Ancients. We don't worship the Ancients like the madman in the zone do.
Because our salvation doesn't depend on false gods who live in the heavens. It doesn't depend on the mirage of paradise beyond the zone. Our salvation depends on us. Us means humans and mutants together. And as two of our resident mutants, I bet you wonder who you are, where you come from. I wonder too. We all do. When I found you in the zone, you were shivering, naked, memories completely wiped. We took you in, taught you, and now you serve us as our hunters, our trackers, our warriors. We are indebted to you, stalkers. Never turn on each other. Hear me?
All right. So
Thank you for letting this old man ramble.
So first,
Go in peace, stalkers.
I keep thinking he's done. So first I was thinking maybe the Elder and these guys were involved with the making of the mutants, but no, according to the story, the mutants were found that way. They took them in, taught them what they know, and obviously we, the ancients, all you and I, things did not go well when that disease hit, apparently. So things just spiraled out of control from there. Let's go to Prip's place and see what we have as far as what we get. The fruit tester, I think that it was called.
Mutants get a discount.
Okay, so like I said, we're taking our risk and not dealing with tough guy and deal maker early on. This is something I think we can always go back to maybe if we're starting to feel overwhelmed, and these things will come in handy. I think what we'll do is try Pyromania next and add 1 fire damage to the Molotovs per turn. Right now I think it's just 1 fire damage per turn. And so let's increase it to 2. And we have 2 artifact points, so I could pick up one of these, but I'm actually gonna, this is the one I saw earlier, increase grenade damage by 4. That just sounds huge right now. There's also medic, improved medkits by 3, but if we end up not bleeding out a lot and not needing medkits as much, we can save these points, at least until things get tough, and go with more stuff like this. So let's just pick that up. That's my thinking. Y'all can let me know what... There's more than one way to play this game, so your feedback is always welcome. And what's fun is there's only a slight delay from my saying it and you guys giving me feedback. That's so cool to me.
Wish I could go with you, but I'm married to this bar.
Married to this bar. Delta, let's get over here and have you help us.
Heard you met some of them ghouls in the weird outfits out there. They call them shamans or something. Their screams alert nearby ghouls and sends them running straight for you. Next time you see a shaman, shut him up before all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, she talks about shamans now, but we see we saw our first shaman earlier on already, but we took him out before he could do anything. I guarantee you, when I was messing around with the game to get used to the controls and everything, that very first shaman we saw a few sections back, I didn't kill it first. And I got to deal with, I forget, 2 or 3 extra reinforcements that this shaman called in. So the shaman is not anything to be taken lightly. Just an FYI for those who might be new to the game. So we have this weapon here that does 4 damage, and it's only a level 1 weapon. This is where I'm going to spend our 33 weapons parts to upgrade our silent weapon. I'm really keen on upgrading silent wherever possible, so as much as possible we can stay silent. So for instance, if I didn't upgrade this now, I wouldn't have been able to kill that 10 hit point guy. I forget what kind he was again. Marauder, whatever. I can't keep the name straight all the time, but we wouldn't be able to kill him silently and therefore risk bringing all those other guys into the fight. So this is what we're doing and why we're doing it right now. So we're back down to 3 measly weapon parts, so no more upgrading for a while. Now we have another damage module. Let's see what it is again. Well, once again, we can, we're just going to throw it on Selma for now, but we can always switch that around. The 20% chance to disable robotic enemies is a thing, so let's just give it to her. And we can always shift. The nice thing is we can always change our plans and shift things around. Now, the far looker though is there? There's I know it's in our backpack, but is there a way to actually use it? I know they hint that you could even swing it at somebody, but is that even a thing?
See ya.
Yeah, I'm curious. If we just went in here, I don't think is there any way to get there's not really any way to get it out of the backpack. I saw you kind of chatting about that, but I don't think there's a way to actually take it out and actually use it. And technically, didn't we trade that into Prip already? Technically? I don't know. And let's just make sure. 6 points, so we're almost there for ducks. 5 points, guess what? We can pick up Hog Rush, and we're going to pick it up right now for Borman. I think we need it more than the Joker. I'm thinking, kind of thinking already in the back of my mind, I'm kind of thinking Tree Hugger is going to come in big use against that. I could see the Gaper coming into play against that group, but I'm picking this up for sure. I love what they do when these guys mutate. I think that's so cool. Sorry, I'm easily entertained. I think we're just going to hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not a lot of hit points, my friends, is it? But some of these other improvements, whether it's run and gun. See, run and gun we'd be able to use. If I picked up Contortionist, having half cover always be high cover, which is huge, by the way, I wouldn't be able to use the jumping skill, at least not at the same time. So we'll have to think about how. We're not at the point of progressing yet unless I do some health. Maybe it would be a good thing where I just spend that 1 health, so we also have the option if launching a grenade a little farther is a thing that we might need down the road. That might be important to pick up too, just as much as these things. So I'm actually going to go for the extra health now. It only leaves us with 1, but it'll make it easier if we have a situation where we think we need a grenade. Like, we know we're going to have a grenade, but I think we're going to be able to get close enough, I think, with this particular group. And we'll play it like that. You never know. You never know. And hopefully we don't find out when it's too late. So we're going to go back to the Fallen Angel. Good point about Borman's knocking him the heck over. Yeah, that's also technically, that's Borman's current silent weapon, is the Hog Rush, now that we picked that up. So technically that does give us 3 silent weapons with our team at the moment. So I think we want to go over to this side for that guy with 10 hit points that was wandering. Oh, I'm glad we did. We found some more scrap that we had missed before. So we're going to hang over on this side, follow the curve around. We're going to come up on that lone guy with 10 hit points over here somewhere. Was there something here? No. Sometimes the flowers fool me and they glitter, and it's oh, here's something. And I'm hoping that 4 medkits are enough at this point. That's why I did not buy some more. Okay, yeah, so we're back up here. And so our friend is going to be over here somewhere. So I'm going to turn off. There he is. Okay, he's going to come back this way then, because he kind of goes around the helicopter and then comes back. So what we'll do is we'll set up for his return. Let's get back to Ducks, get him a little closer because he's our other silent killer. We'll bring you around this way too. Our 2 silent killers are the closest, And then we can also come back to Borman and recall him, bring him a little closer, because if we need a hog rush, something goes haywire, something goes south. Okay, I can't hide over there, so we'll give you the tree. And we'll wait for this guy to come back. He came back before when I was walking around the helicopter. So, oh, here he comes. I was reading comments, and all of a sudden I look up, and then, there he is. So Borman, we're not going to activate you. We're going to activate all our hidden guys. And now that our weapons are upgraded, they both should be able to do 5 damage, and therefore they both should be able to, and that's 100% right there.
Gotcha.
And he's burning. But with Selma, we aren't going to need to take advantage of the burning. Her silent weapon is equipped. Let's get rid of this hunter. Ooh, and it's a hunter, too. Yeah, they have a longer...
Man, you are the shit.
You are. And we got our charge up for more weapons parts. That's good. We got a note again over here. Alpha level clearance only. So... Myanmar emergency protocol, yada yada yada. Article. In the event of compromised government, keyholders will be summoned to location Theta. Orders will then be issued depending on the level of emergency. In the event of hostile infringement by foreign or internal parties, keyholders will be summoned to location Nova. So keyholders must be accompanied by at least 5. Well, that's just directions during the ancient panic, I guess, going on. There's something shiny back here. Let's go take a look. Oh, and I accidentally, see, I went to pick it up and I clicked the Can we pick this thing up? No, it looks like it's a little too dangerous to pick that one up. So let's get back over here. There's something inside this craft. Let's check it out. Ooh, I like chests.
I hope it's something cool.
Something you're talking about hidden. Something I've learned about hidden. You stay hidden if you're in cover. If you crouch and you go into cover, you're hidden. But you're also hidden if you come out of your hiding spot against a tree, as long as you don't get too close to the enemy. So it's you can stay hidden while you're still moving. But if you get within a certain range, all of a sudden they see you. And it's kind of indicated when you're moving around, if you see those lines moving between characters, they kind of give you an indication of when it turns white, you're going to be seen. When if it stays red as you're moving, that line that points towards the enemy, the ghouls, you'll stay hidden even if you shoot from that spot, standing right in the open. So I hope that makes sense for what your question was there. And we got a new helmet, and I think everybody has a hat on, and this was a helmet that prevents us. It's like Borman's vest.
Never seen a corpse dressed like this before. Think he piloted this machine?
There we go. Weapons parts. Now let's back off and let's think about... Oh, there's something over here too. That's probably about all I want to give a go to. And let's kind of... In fact, let's come over here and call our friends to us if we can.
Hey guys, come here.
Okay, so Borman's still hiding. So I think when you hide them and haven't recalled them, they just stay hidden. So it's kind of a little quirk I got to get used to also. So let's kind of move around a little bit and really take a good look. Make sure we're not missing anything over here. The pyro. Because there's a green glow off in the distance there. So if there's more enemies over there, I gotta, like, lone guys I gotta clear out. I want to go clear them out. Whoa. Medbot. So, you know, we just picked up that Hog Rush, and he's kind of separated from everybody else. Because with that armor, I'm kind of thinking that our two silent guys can't kill him because of the armor. It would mean we'd get him down to like 2 hit points, and then Borman. But now that we have Hog Rush, that's his de facto silent weapon, we would be able to take them out. So let's just... Now we have to go walk all the way around to the other side. Because I don't know... Because he's standing behind a log, so all my shots from this side, as we've learned, they would give him cover and they would not be 100% shots.
Eldo.
So if there's a way...
That's a metal man.
Yeah, there's no way I can sneak in between.
Walking around and everything.
Yeah, I guess this is our first metal man that we've seen. No, we saw that one up above. I guess that's the first one that Borman noticed. So let's move out here so we can turn on a flashlight. Go a little faster. And let's go around to the other side. And see if we can approach that medbot. Because I think 2 silent weapons... Well, I think if count the armor as in a way almost extra hit points that never disappear. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I was counting 1 hit point per. So each silent weapon does 5. So basically each. Yeah, thank you, Tom. You pointed out my math. Each one would effectively do 3, 5 minus 2 of the armor. So that would be 4 left. For some reason I was... let's turn it off to be safe. There's something sparkly down here. So yeah, Tom, thanks for calling me out on that. Always double check ZigZag's math. That's just... When you've been around the channel long enough, that's just something you learn. Okay, we're down to the river, so there's the green glowing stuff. Let's see if we can get over there from this side. Yes, we can. And it looks to be out of their circles. So let's take a look-see here and how this is going to work. Borman. I guess we technically can all just be standing here. Let me get some more of you over here. And we can just kind of go live right here because the other group isn't going to see us. Okay. So we haven't seen a medbot in action. I'm assuming the medbot heals things, or does it? It looks like it might also be carrying a weapon. So I guess at some point we're going to find out for sure, huh? So, duck. We can get a 100% shot over here. Let's take it. The medbot sees us. Not a problem. We have a plan.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it is. Only 3 at a time. So ZigZag's faulty math has been pointed out. Now we can get Selma over here, and that'll get 3 more damage. Then the Hog Rush, I don't know if the Hog Rush does damage or if it just knocks him immobile for a turn or 2. I guess we're going to find out soon enough. Ancient Pistol, let's walk on over here and get your 100% shot, Selma.
Today, dickwite.
Such language. So I think this is where we got to knock him over because I would need something to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, whoa. Oh yeah, I have such a weapon, but it's a loud weapon. It's not a silent weapon. That's the difference. If you want to see all these guys rush us by using a loud weapon this close, you would see that. I've not experienced it here, but I've experienced it in my practice runs, and that's just not something you want to have happen. So let's just do Hog Rush and run into this guy. So we talked about the required kills to reset. Once we kill this guy, that'll be one of the required kills. And that's loud. I'm so glad the game's not actually real. It's a game, because even with my hearing, I think I would have heard that. Holy smokes! And it looks like you could also then shoot if you had such a silent weapon. So no. So we're back over here. Let's just have our guys shoot. Or is it still... Oh, we'll have to reload. Hopefully you're still within 100% territory, and you are. And this should do it. Oh. I always think... We've heard these guys yell out when they get killed like crazy. And it always floors me that they're... that I guess the ghouls have had issues with their hearing. The atomic bomb or whatever things, or the red plague.
Yeah, prize time.
Prize time, yeah. Okay, good. We needed one. We needed another one of these. Now everybody will have a vest. In fact, let's just put it on before we forget. Oh, did I forget to put it on you, Selma? Now we all have vests. Much, much better. And we're just going to take a look at... Okay, yeah, we haven't picked up any new stuff yet. There wasn't a level up there. So let's go pick up the rest of the stuff that's here. Broken gun, 5 weapon parts, another broken gun. So that was 10 weapon parts here alone. And more weapon parts from the bot. Pretty cool. So it makes it seem like the bot does carry weapons, huh? Let's regroup, guys.
Coming.
And let's plan our attack here. Now we have 2 individuals that could kill a pyro. But then that would mean we couldn't use Tree Hugger. So... Or can we? So we used Hog Rush. Oh, we have the Gaper, though. So this is what I'm kind of thinking. We have... this is a great angle to look at. When the pyro... And it looks like there's another green shiny thing. Is that another weapon or armor over there too? Can't get to it yet. Let's see. So maybe Borman, we just set you over here to hide. Now who has, I gotta find out who has what kind of grenades. I'm kind of thinking who, because I think when you use this perks down here, you still have actions. So I'm kind of thinking that Selma, you're gonna do the Tree Hugger. You'll be the Tree Hugger / throw the grenade person for me. And then... And this is no critical hits. You know, we don't have, we're not going to have any high ground, so guess what? We're at least going to wear that for us. And so I think we're okay. I'm only thinking 1 grenade, and that would mean Borman would have our other grenade. If we're lucky, we only need 1 grenade once they get locked down and hurt and all of the above. So let's plan on that. I'm just checking over here to make sure there's no other... I I think there's like 5 enemies over there. We'll look to make sure, but I think one of them will die with the grenade, if I recall. There was one dude over there with just 4 hit points. So the Marauder has 4 hit points. The Zone Dogs all have 5. Oh, don't be casual and get exposed. Now would not be the time. The Zone Dog Chief, Pyro, Marauder. Seems like there's one more guy, but this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when you count the dogs. And let me just make sure you, Selma. And let's put you over here, because if these guys are frozen in place, this tree on this side would provide cover, because the chief has a gun. The Zone Dogs do not have a gun. The Pyro, with the way I'm looking at it, we're going to kill first, and then the Marauder will die with the grenade. So what I want to do right here and now, I wonder, let's just do the ambush. In fact, Ducks, I want to put you here and see if you'll get 100% shot. This is what I'm thinking. Let's hide you here, Ducks. And Selma, let's hide you here. Okay. Now I'm gonna hit the ambush, but I'm only gonna test some things. This is the cool thing about the game. When you're in ambush, you get to test some things out here, and this is just what I'm gonna do. Selma, we're gonna check your throw range. I'm not so worried about Borman because he can move in. See, that's only half cover, but it's gonna have to be good enough. I hope can I hit the pirate? Is this a little closer? It's hard to tell. $75, $100. So if I put you here, you'd have to come over to here to kill or get a hit on the Pyro. And then Borman should be able to come up here and kill him. And then everybody else will be locked in place. So that's the plan. We're going to do it. Let's get over to Selma. This is a go time, guy. This is go time. Alright, so we're getting some buffering lags all of a sudden. Sounds like all of you did. So I'm kind of pausing till hopefully any buffering is going away. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully we don't have too much more buffering going on. And this is, looking at the time, it's been, what, 2.5 hours? And this is probably, if I can get through this battle, probably be where we'll call it for tonight. I think we've had some good activity, made some good progress here. So let me know what you guys think. But we're going to do this battle here and now. So let's start out with some Tree Hugger. That's what I'm thinking. That was cool. I like that. So they're all appear to be, yeah, you can see the trees wrapped around their individual spots. And then let's throw the grenade. Oh. So, oh, that's the Molotov. It switched back already. The grenade did. So there, I knew when we checked it out, the grenade hit them all. There we go. So we're going to do our grenade here, get them all hurting.
They dropped one of us.
And the little 4 hit point guy is gone. So Borman, I'm thinking you can finish off 2, 3, 4. You can finish off the pyro. So I'm going to send you right here. In fact, I'm going to send you right here because you can finish 100% the pyro from where you are using the gaper. Boom.
We knocked one.
Woo! Yeah!
Okay, so he went flying. But unfortunately, these guys didn't catch fire. What a pain. I was kind of hoping when I saw the fire that everybody would be burning, but they're not. So now let's get over to the crossbow. Let's see what the shot is now. We got 75 on the zone dog. So we're going to need some more shots. And it seems like they're locked in place. You see this little number up here. 2. So we still got some time that they're locked in place. Still got some free shots while they're locked in place. Let's hope we can take good advantage of these. So ducks, we're going to move you forward. And I like 100%ers. I don't like the fact that we're getting close to the guy with the gun though. And we have half cover. So is there a way? Look, we have 100% from here. We have 100% on the zone dog. So I think that's going to be our first shot because I don't want to have that big old guy. I'd rather have him go against the no crit damage Borman. So I'm going to keep ducks at a range to hit the zone dog. We're going to have an extra turn now anyway to do some things. And he caught fire, so he's going to die anyway. Awesome.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Now he's stuck, but he still missed. So that cover was good enough. He apparently may not have a long-range gun that he's using, and we got one more turn of them being stuck in place. That's one more turn. Let's get over to Borman first. And what kind of a shot do you have? 100%. That's our most powerful shot we got. I don't know. We have better crit chance on this. Not that that's any great crit chance. Well, look at this. We also got Hog Rush back because we've killed enough of the enemy. We also have we probably have Tree Hugger back if we felt it was necessary. So why don't I use the more powerful weapon? Because if somehow we shoot him out of his tree and the Gaper shoots him back and he's no longer tied down, we could tree hug him again. No, he's still in the tree. He is still in the tree. Okay, ducks. Now he missed earlier. So what's his damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. So I think 2 silent weapons might just be enough to take him out with 8, and we'll do 10 damage. Even with 1 tick of armor. So ducks, that's the only problem with your weapon. Reload. No, misclick. I have a habit of doing that. I see the picture of the gun and I just want to switch it by clicking on the gun instead of hitting the X over here. So I just did a worrisome thing here. The only good thing is I can tree hug a little longer. So hopefully this is a get the misclick out of the way early. And let's reapply Tree Hugger. And we unlocked an achievement called Green Fingers. I guess doing it more than once in a turn, who knows. The only problem is... Oh, look at that. You're still 100%. And if I had not moved ducks away, we would not have to risk this shot, which we got lucky. Hoo-hoo-hoo! You know, the misclicks and the misplays so far have not cost us. And we are now going to take this pistol shot and finish off the big guy.
Serves you lights.
All right, Borman,
Crush them.
we would like to have you, and you need to reload. So I think he's 6 damage. Will our other weapon not quite do 6 damage, though, right? I was very deliberate. In switching weapons right now. So I think he's got another turn. So I think what we're going to do is reload. And it's only 50%. And we're just going to shoot it. Just see if we get lucky. Okay, well, look at the game's on our side right now because misclicks and mistakes are not costing us. Now, hopefully that doesn't come back and haunt us at a more dangerous time.
Hey, Selma. You must have seen a lot of crazy stuff out in the zone, huh? Working with Hammond?
Let's see what's inside.
Crazy stuff working with Hammond, I'm sure. Ha ha ha! We hit the jackpot. We got our 3rd silence weapon. The Mimir Needle Pistol. A short-range pistol that shoots metal or glass needles. Hurts a lot up close. This was used during the attempted coup of Mimir 32. I don't know who these chroniclers are and where they get this information, but what do you know? We will take this item.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe. The ruins of an amphitheater in an ancient city. A herd of zone bears grazing on fluorescent grass.
Whoa, you're pulling my beak, right? Tell me more.
Ain't no zone bears. Ain't no ancient city. But there's plenty of scrap out there. So why don't you find us some?
Okay, there's some weapon parts. The helicopter got in the way. Or the fallen angel, whatever you want to call it. A chem flare, we'll have to take a look at that. Let's just peek around, make sure there's nothing else here. And it looks like we've pretty much got everything. So the one thing I want to do, is there anything behind here that we missed? Wasn't there something we wanted to get? Oh, I already picked it up. So I think we're good. Yep, we got that box too. All right. Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking, guys. We've kind of been going for, what, 2 hours, 45 minutes in that neighborhood. Don't count my slight delay at the beginning getting set up. I'm feeling like this is probably a good... I think probably a good... Yeah, the only thing bad about this one, speaking of misclicks, is it caused me to eat another tree hugger, which means I'm probably I might be a kill short from having it replenish. Let's go find out. Oh no, it's back. I take it back. It's back and usable. So it didn't end up costing us because it only needs not too many kills to recharge. So those last 2 kills recharged it. So good news. I was afraid that would be something bad. Now the glow stick and the chem flare, when activated, the chemicals in this flare will bathe the surrounding area in a bright light, increasing the chance of hitting any target. So plus 25 aim bonus against lit enemies. Not bad. At some point, we're a little light on grenades now, and I want to get over here and definitely change out this gun. In fact, I want to do it the other way around. We'll need to get rid of that, but then we'll need to get rid of the gaper because I want the silent weapon up here. I have enough. I try to eliminate all my possibilities for misclicks. And this is one way to do it for me. Now, if I can only keep myself from clicking on the weapon over here, it's just a bad habit. You saw me using the X button to switch weapons every other time before that, and at that one instant in the heat of battle, I click over on the thing that I want to use instead of hitting the X button to switch it out. So that's just the kind of things I got to deal with in the mind of ZigZag. And then there's a chance that we might be able to scrap the extra weapon we have. Now, when did I take off your headgear, and who has Oh, we never gave you headgear. You never had headgear, did we? So maybe, well, we'll just put it on you for now. Make you look a little fancy. And let's go back to the Ark and go back there. And this is probably where I'm thinking is where we're going to call it for tonight. Teaches me how to use hotkeys. Well, you know, I like the idea of hotkeys. But a hotkey would not keep me from going off to the corner with my mouse and going click. I'm using other hotkeys, you know, the W key to move around. I use the mouse to steer me because that's just easier. You know why? Because I'm left-handed. And it's not, the keyboard is set up for a right-hander, to be quite honest. All those keys on the, you know, the WASD keys for movement, I use my left. Normally, if I would use my left hand over there, and it's awkward for me to use my mouse with my right hand. So that's why you see me do weird things. I'm making excuses, right? Dobranoc tam, dobranoc. We're going to call it here. The only thing I'm going to do here is see if we can upgrade a weapon, and then we're going to call it a night.
What do you need?
And what we're going to do is that new silent weapon right here only does 4 damage. But we also have, I think, the Stinger. Well, the Stinger's level 2 though, but it does 4-7 damage. This one does 5-8, so it does better base damage. This one has better range, but we also have another Stinger. So I'm going to actually salvage the Stinger for weapon parts. Oh, it's currently equipped. Well, do I just keep the Stinger? I like the idea of the scattergun at the moment. So let's unequip the Stinger.
Keep your head screwed on.
Yeah, we're coming right back. Unequip the Stinger, whoever has it. There we go. Now we can go back in.
Hi. If you're here to pick through my dad's stuff, it's been picked clean, okay? But if you want a fix or an upgrade, talk to me.
There we go. We get 11 weapon parts, and now we can upgrade. So that means all our silent weapons now will have the level 2 upgrade at least. So that means we're guaranteed now 15 silent damage. And potentially, if we get our 50-50 chance for the burn, we could do 16. But let's upgrade. There we go. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. I appreciate y'all coming by. I appreciate the comments, and that's something I'm going to be looking back on this thing, and I got to get better. And the plan is to potentially get a bigger screen than what I have right now, to off to the side for the comments, because what I have over here is a little on the tiny side. And hopefully we'll see some upgrades, and we can iron out the sound issue with the mic going out every now and then. We'll work on figuring this out and getting this better and better as we go forward. So thanks so much, everybody. I really do appreciate it. I think the live chat is preserved as long as I don't edit this live broadcast. That's my understanding. I guess we're going to find out. So my plan at the moment is not to edit the live broadcast, just leave it in the live category archive there. If that's the way it works, I think people, if they're going to watch a live cast, it's much more interesting for me if it has the chat. So y'all have a good night or a good day, depending on where you are. I appreciate y'all showing up. It's been awesome. It's been fun for a first. Y'all are kind to me with all the glitches we've had this first time, but I really do appreciate you dropping in to show the support. Thanks so much, guys.